Welcome back to Larry's Anything Goes. Hopefully you guys are having a great and exceptional evening. It is Thursday. The weekend's almost here, so it's all good in the neighborhood. That's how I look at it. Let me know what you guys got going on this weekend. Anyways, today's word of the day is inviolable. Inviolable stands for secure from violation or profanation. Impregnable. And for me, I chose this word today because a lot of people love to violate people's space, especially in today's world. Because respect is, but the majority of the time, respect is only shown when one's life is being threatened and whatnot in today's world for a lot of people. Not all, but a lot of people. But anyways, my personal opinion, everyone should feel secure in their person. They should feel secure in their homes, and they should not be violated when they're trying to conduct themselves in a professional manner on a regular basis, whether in their school, whether at work, whether in their home, and things of that nature. Because a lot of times people will, violate, especially my heart always goes out to the people that go through a lot of, unfortunate rape, people, pedophiles, I despise, people get violated at work, people get violated on multiple occasions. And I don't stand for it whatsoever, and that's just one thing I got to say with all sincerity. But anyways, today's quote of the day, just to keep it simple and short and to the point tonight. Today's quote of the day is by Ice-T. He said, because of what recent events that have happened, he said, rappers don't wear chains in LA. People don't wear chains in LA. There's a reason why you usually see him or Ice Cube and Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg and a lot of rappers from the 80s and 90s time frame is because they knew that even during that time frame, the targets were on their backs. And with all the security in the world, you had people that were going to test you. I remember even Fat Joe would say back in the day, back in the late 90s, early 2000s. I remember when Prodigy, rest his soul, got robbed in his old neighborhood or some part of Queens. I remember when Cameron got robbed and whatnot in Washington, D.C. This was back in this is when he was, really blew up. And it was like back in 2003, 4 or 5 time frame. And this is, bona fide drug dealers, bona fide gangsters, bona fide people who, had Fed charges on them, did prison time, and not bragging about it because it was cool. But talking about it, it's because they went through it. People that, went through murder trials and things of that nature, but they know that you can always get got, and that's just what it is. And I remember, Cameron got robbed, the guys surrounded him in D.C., and, he gave him the stuff when they robbed him. And it's the same thing what happened to Prodigy and whatnot. He had a bunch of jewelry, and this was in New York. Had a bunch of jewelry on him, and, people robbed him. So it's just, and I'm not saying, because a lot of people take what I'm saying as, oh, you being a punk, or you being a simp, blah, blah, blah. I'm not being any of them things. I'm a smart guy. I like to be aware of my surroundings and whatnot, and I like to act accordingly and whatnot. And there's a reason why I've only been robbed once in my life, and it's because somebody had to break into my gym locker and whatnot to rob me. I've been robbed at gunpoint and whatnot. So, and I'm not saying that I think I'm better than people, but I'm just keeping it real, And another Ice-T quote, to keep things kind of positive, because I know it's a lot of negative things happening now. Ice-T said, "I don't watch daytime television. I have a job, I work, and I think daytime television is really for women." I love the old school masculine, no nonsense brothers from back in the day. We need to bring that back into the mix and whatnot. And honestly, I don't blame them. It's like, men are supposed to work. Men are supposed to be productive. And unfortunately, you have a generation of a lot of men who are not as productive as they should be because they're too, especially with all these, it's not daytime television anymore because he comes from that era. Now it's us being on these apps forever and a freaking day. So we get caught up in a lot of the nonsense. We get caught up in the matrix. And, a lot of times, our productivity in life, and I've been guilty of this myself, gets cut in half or just goes down to basically zero because we spend so much time wasting our time. So on that note, do the great 3 things. Like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day. Be more productive as much as possible. Don't forget to check out my online store. If you're a stock market investor, crypto investor, individual retirement account investor, do not forget to check out crypto.com. Stash, Acorns, Coinbase, all that great stuff. All those links are in the description with those platforms and WEBULL. You'll be able to make some money when you sign up with them. So check it out. And as I always say, make money move so you're going to live, bro, like a fool. Take care, family.